soul family. All right, we're doing our reading for today. I have my work line on because I am working, so I'm not going to turn it off. Maybe we'll get through this. Hopefully we'll get through this without a call. If we don't, it's good for me. Okay, so I do want to say something about our messages that we get. We all have to be very, very cognizant of listening to all angles of these messages and not just focusing on what we want to hear, myself included. When we were talking about, things moving forward, things going into high gear, you see the knight, when they show the knight moving forward, it represents, yes, it could represent a person, but it also represents things moving forward very quickly. And so if your mind is focused on a relationship, you're thinking that's what it's about. But it could be talking about something else. Like for myself, I just got a deadline. I got to get out of this place. Place is gone, right? Got to move quick. I haven't found a place. I've got 2 cars. One of them has to go. Got to be logical, right? I got documents. So we get getting documents. I just realized that my pink slip has been stolen out of my little convertible, so I have to order that, right? That would be the documents. Clearly, the fast forward movement is things are moving into high gear. The fact that we were getting the message about stop procrastinating, people need to speak. It may not have been you need to speak to each other. It may be that you need to speak to certain organizations. You need to get a new pink slip. You need to get that organized. You need to speak to people about moving, finding places, right? So be very cognizant about all the different meanings, not just what it is that you're looking at in front of you. All right, correct for neutrality on all levels. All right. I got a message on YouTube from somebody telling me that they were concerned for me because of my belief in the twin soul connection, that I was wasting my life waiting for someone who was never coming because dark energy is actually playing with my mind, and they do this with a lot of people. And that's why I said there is no waiting for anyone, right? There is no waiting because we live in reality, and reality is what's happening right now in your life in front of you. That's what you have to deal with. It's great if you have a twin soul connection. That's great. We all do. Some are in the physical, some are in spiritual, right? Mine's not in the physical either. So I have to live my life like he's not here because he's not. So it's about moving forward. So thank you for your concern, but I am moving forward. Here we have the star. So this is good. This is happiness. This is happy times. Making positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. So there's me. I'm going to Sedona. It's a good place for me to go, right? So for you, it's, they're telling you you've got reason for hope and happiness and looking forward. When you get the star card, that's a very, very positive message that, believe in your dreams. Look to the future with the excitement and the confidence. Spirit is pouring out blessings in front of you. You've got a lot in front of you. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what it is. They show challenging times being left behind, right? Move forward. Long-term plans. Look to the long term. Don't think about short term. So like with me with my cars, even though I love my Little Mermaid, it doesn't make sense to keep an old car. I've got a brand new car, right? Let the old one go. Maybe that's the part of me, the mermaid. I call her the mermaid. That's the part of my old life that I have to let die and accept that, things move on. Because you got to make plans with the long term. Which one is more realistic to have in the long term? The newer one, right? So they're telling you right now, you need to envision your life the way you want it in order to take action. Where do you want to be? What do you want to? What is it supposed to look like? On and on. All right. And when you speak out loud, you tell the universe what you are stating, and the universe starts working with you. So, positive affirmations out loud. Plant your expectations in fertile soil, which is, Spirit says it's time to move forward. Here we are. Trust and follow your intuition. You're on target. So I woke up in the middle of the night and realized to myself, not selling the new car, selling the old car makes sense. Yes, I would have got more money from the new car, but then I wouldn't have a new car. So I made my decision, and once I made my decision, I was finally able to go back to sleep. So on the right path. So for you, it speaks about faith. It speaks about a new beginning. It's a good new beginning. Wonderful things being poured out in front of you, right? You are on the right path. Spirit's saying, yes, you are on the right path. You've got a sense of purpose now, and you're moving forward with this. This is good. Archangel Jophiel is the one that's standing here in front of us. And she's the angel of optimism. So if you need to get your optimism bolstered, call on her. Give me a shot in the arm. I need some positive, positive feedback right now. I need some positive signs. Help me find creative solutions. And so I can celebrate my victory. And help me stay optimistic about my future. This is what I'm calling on right now, right? This is a great card for us to start with. Okay. You know, it's interesting. That fell out, but it wasn't shuffling. I was thinking about, you know how I said I want to work with tarot, I want to learn tarot, and I do. But there's a difference between tarot and what I'm doing. Because when people, with tarot, you predict, you know, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. But it doesn't give you guidance about where to go and how to do this and what Spirit's advising you to do. It doesn't give you food for thought. So, yes, it will help me to learn that as well. But what I do, to me, is I'm a teacher. It's guidance that Spirit is giving us, right? I'm a shaman. I tell you, pay attention to the animal messengers when they come. You will accomplish what you might feel is impossible. Check that out. 2 of them on the move. But notice that, on the move. And the hummingbird says, keep it light. Keep busy, keep moving, right? But keep it light. Grab the sweetness in life and move forward. They're not sitting around. They're moving, right? So when you see the animal messengers, you got to pay attention that moment when you're talking about what is going on in your mind, what is going on in your life, and what are the animal messengers doing. Those messengers were moving. They were moving quickly. One drank, the other one started to, and then went the other way. So it's like, no, I've got to move. I got to go. I don't have time for that right now, right? So it's about focusing what's more important and what is in your highest good. I keep seeing the snow geese, those 2 flying around down there. You know, beautiful messengers they were. And you do pay attention to what was going on. So I think now, rather than just focusing on the fact that they were twin soul, they spoke of twin souls. They also were both working. They were both digging around in the water, along the water's edge. They were eating. They were looking for food. They were moving forward. They were working as a team. So maybe they represent you working with your spirit in the spiritual. Work together spiritually, emotionally. It has, you know, it's not in the physical. If it's not in the physical with you, it's spiritual, right? So what is in front of you right now? Now check this out. Release. It's time to move. It's the end of a phase or a situation. Definitely spiritual transformation as we move from one state to another, and it's time to move on. That's loud and clear, right? Here we see what's going on with these 2 horses in the background. There's a mom and a baby. So there's a white horse and then a younger one. So that would be, to me, that's representing me and my kids, my 2 cats. We got to move, right? There's it's a beautiful, beautiful area. Love what it's looking like. There's a lot of white roses, which is innocence, purity, connecting to spirit is what I feel with the white. But the message is loud. You know, it's the situation has ended. It's time to move on. It's over. If it is maybe there's some kind of part of your life that's ended. Like for me, I'm moving from one place to another, right? This place was great, but it's done. It's time to move. Also the spiritual transformation, because I'm moving to an area where it's more beneficial and more conducive to the work that I do, right? Spiritual soul family there. For you, is it the end of a job? Is it an end of a relationship? We just saw the 3 cups that were broken. It could be a relationship that has ended. Whatever it is, there's no benefit remaining where you're at, right? It's time to let go of the old and welcome in the new. Usher in the new. Archangel Azrael is here to help you do that. If you need time to adjust to the change, you know, you don't have, some of you don't have to rush. I do. But even when we do have to move quickly, we don't want to be stupid. We want to use our heads, right? And while you're going through this, be kind to yourself. Cut away from your life the things that are unnecessary and do just what is necessary. Focus on one thing at a time that you can get done so that you don't overwhelm yourself. Seek out family and friends to support you. Other agencies that maybe you need help, maybe that could help you. Whatever it is, it's inevitable. The change is here, and there's no use fighting it, right? So face the fears. As I said, it could be, you could feel rushed and you could feel panicked and you could feel like my landlord. He's in a panic now. He's like, oh my God, he's got a lot of stuff in this place. He's got to move, and because we've been given a deadline, he's so hoping that they'll give him a little time to get his stuff out of here. I'm looking around. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I still have a lot of stuff for me, right? He's going to have a lot more money to work with than I do. So everybody's in a little bit of a state of panic. So that's when we need to call upon Spirit, help us out, keep us calm, hook us up with the right people at the right time, help us focus, keep focused, take a breath. The hummingbird says that as well. Take a breath. Take a breath, Sherri. Relax. Everything's okay. You've been in this position so many times before. I look back at my Facebook feeds and I see times where I have been in this situation exactly, and I was in a panic. I was. Oh my God, I've got nowhere to go. Where am I going to go where I can have 2 cats? you know, once I was moving to Wisconsin, once I was moving to Sedona, once at another time, okay, it's this one, I was thinking I was going to go back to Wisconsin and you know, got the motor or the van lined up, didn't do it. So what's going on right now is this is what they want you to do. Instead of going into a panic, throwing yourself into a panic, listen to your intuition. Have patience and carefully consider what is it that you want before you act. We got that yesterday, right? We were going to wait until we got clarity. Well, I got clarity this morning. Gotta move. No use keeping the old car. So there's my clarity. So listen to what your higher self is saying. Don't be pie in the sky. Be realistic. We are living in this physical reality, right? The answers to your questions, they lie in the emotions. Use your mind, but connect them with your higher self as well. Pay attention to the dreams. Any dreams. I got to look at my dreams last night. I watched a lot last night, but Lily had me up again in the middle of the night. So I've got to go back and see what they are. But what you get in the dreams, there's accurate guidance coming. Whatever you can remember. So for something in your life, for this particular message, whoever this is regarding, no need to rush. Take the time to gain the insight. Things may not appear as they are on the surface for some people. Withdraw from the daily noise and hustle and bustle of all the hectic, what's going on outside. This is Saturday, right? I'm working. Some of you do work, but if you don't, take a little space, ask for guidance from your spiritual team. Everything you know is going to be revealed to you in time, right? It always feels like we don't have time, but we do. Everything always ends up working out. We need to have patience with spirit for them to bring forward. This is the book of knowledge, right? Archangel Haniel is coming forward. We're going to help you out here, right? At this time, silence is golden. Maybe right now it's about getting in, quiet. Don't talk. Go inside. Meditate. What am I hearing? Pay attention. This is about, maybe at this time, if you've got a plan for something, keep that plan to yourself. If you've got an idea of something that you're going to do, they're telling you right now, maybe this isn't the time to let anyone else know about that. There's an emotional situation going on right now in your life. They want you to learn from what's going on. I watched that in my life last night. It wasn't my life I watched, but I saw a very emotional situation. So there's going to be a mirror in my life. I've got to pay attention to that. So right now, listen maybe. Do more listening than speaking. You hear more when you're not talking, right? So put out your questions to the universe. Actually, Spirit already knows what we need. And then just listen. What is it that Spirit's going to bring you? Okay, one more, and then I'm going to go to work. You set me free. Say hello to your new lover. So somebody's set free. There goes the twin souls. I just watched them fly by. It's very interesting that I have not seen them ever, and here they're hanging out here. They've decided to land in this little lake. It's interesting. They're very beautiful. They're so white, you know, and they go everywhere together. It's really cool to watch them. They were just down feeding down here, and they just took off. So they were, I saw them on the lawn first, on my neighbor's lawn, and then they went down to the water's edge and down there for a little bit, and then they took flight. So everyone's on the move. Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more, the most important message for us today. Oh, this is funny, because remember I said, oh, that flipped out, but I hadn't shuffled? Well, Spirit said, no, we want you to talk about that. That's why it flipped out. So I guess I got to pay attention to that, don't I? When things flip out, just take it. And if I don't, Spirit will bring it back. So here's double emphasis, because it did come out once. So here's the Chariot. Now here we see, moving forward quickly, right? The white horse has been given free rein. The black horse is being reined in. So it's about learning how to balance, which means it's going to be turning to the left, which is your heart side. That's what I just got. Funny, I've never seen that before. Chariot's red, passion, sacral chakra, seat of creativity, moving forward. So it could be in a project, it could be in relationship, could be in your life, whatever it is. Pay attention to your intuition. There's the moon, right? The point that I'm getting right here is that you've got to be very careful when you are the chariot master, because if you give too much lead to the horses, they run wild, and you'll flip the chariot. If you pull back too far, they'll buck, and you'll flip the chariot. If you want to go in one direction, and the horse on the right, you've given free rein, but you want to go to the left, that's not going to work. You got to give them a little rope, because you're going to be turning to the left. Rein in, but we're going left, right? So pay attention. It's about self-discipline, willpower. It's definitely about a forward movement, so that's achievement, that's recognition. 7, you're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. So whatever situation you've been in, it's about balance. So Spirit says you've balanced a situation that might have been really difficult, right? You've seen both sides, the dark and the light, right? You're taking action. You've made the decision and you're moving forward. Whatever decisions you've made, because you've got recognition, you've got respect, you've got approval. People appreciate you, right? They're talking about, enjoy the light. You're lit up. You're being focused on. So you've worked hard for this. So accept the place. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your accomplishments. You're in the light. You should be. You've done your work. You've worked hard. You've earned it, right? So forward movement, you're moving on the move. You're on the move though, spiritually, physically, emotionally, whatever it is. So stay calm and grounded, right? You need to be calm to be in control of what's going on. You've got to see what's on the outside around you. You've got to see the terrain. Where am I going? What's the time of day or night I'm going? When am I leaving? How do we do this? What will be the most beneficial time to travel? How will I travel, right? So yes, you want to have firm control over your horses, but you need to be kind to them. You're not going to be whipping those horses. Your horses are your spirit team. This is your team, right? This could be yourself, the dark and the light within you. So don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself, right? This is about willpower. Definitely forward. The horses moving like that, that is fast forward movement. A giant, look at them leaping. So a giant leap forward. So you could get a promotion at work. Definitely speaking about travel. I'm sorry, bump that. Definitely about the different types of transportation, which is what I'm thinking about, right? So Metatron, my guy, love Metatron. He works with the weirdos. He works with the wonderful ones. He works with the indigo adults and indigo children, crystal adults, crystal children, right? He will help you, give you the energy that you need to push forward and go through what you need to go through. He will help you manifest what you need. So call upon Archangel Metatron. I am. He's my buddy. I love Archangel Metatron. So I'm calling him in. Help me make this move. Yes, I'm on the right path. I expect it to exceed my expectations. Thank you for that message. For all of you guys, peace, love, and light. We'll speak later. Have a great day.